How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video today, the final episode of Season 1 of the Wolves European Dream. Guys, thanks so much for the support on this first season. We're going to be continuing it on, of course. I'm really enjoying it. The first proper FM save that I've got myself into. And I think next season, we've left ourselves sort of a really good platform to build on. We've got some good assets in the squad, some good value in the squad, and hopefully we get a little bit of money from the board to build next season. But we'll worry about that later. Let's jump into the roundup and see how we've been getting on. So, since the last episode, unfortunately, we fell to a 4-2 defeat to Liverpool. Gini Wijnaldum getting 2 goals, Mo Salah scoring, and Willy Bolly scoring as well. We did get ourselves back in the game a couple of times. Raul Jimenez and Divock Origi scoring 2 late first half goals, but it wasn't enough. Liverpool, who may well go on to lift the title, beating us 4-2. In the most recent game, though, we beat Leeds 3-0. Gnabry, Adama and Raul Jimenez with the goals. Leander Dendoncker actually getting man of the match. But a great way to end the season. And we now in the league are, if it wants to load, where are we? It's not loading, I don't know why. There we go. We are now 7th in the league. We are... Well, we're going to finish 7th, maybe even slide down to 8th, actually, if we don't win this final game, because Leicester are just 2 points behind us. But a really good season, especially with the start that we had. I didn't think we'd get this close to finishing towards the top 7, so definitely somewhere to build on. We've lost 11 games, which obviously we'll look a lot more at that later on. West Ham United have been relegated as well. Norwich have stayed up. West Ham have gone down. They've got some great players that I really want to take a look at. But today we're going to be finishing off the season against Burnley. They've just about stayed up. 45 points for them. We'll probably mess around with the team a little bit and see how we get on. But yeah, let's jump into it. So here is the team for our final game of the season. We're going to be starting Patricio in goal, Johnny, Dendoncker, Bolly and Doherty across the back, Gnabry, Andre Gomez, Moutinho and Adama in the middle with Jota and Origi up top. Burnley starting a defensive 4-4-1-1 really. They're starting Chris Wood up front with Ben Woodburn in behind, Robbie Brady and Goodmanson as the wingers, Cork and Fosu Mensah in defensive mid with Dummett, Gibson, Tarkovsky and Antonio Valencia at right back with Tom Heaton. So assertively, we're going to say... Oh, there's quite a few to choose from. Let's go. Yeah, the fans have been fantastic, which they have been. You know, they've travelled far and wide to see us play. And here we go. At Molineux Stadium to finish the season off. Hopefully have a nice little lap of honour after it as well. After a successful season. European competition quarter-finals. Hopefully we can go a couple more steps further next year. And potentially... I don't know, potentially, you know, go on to win the Europa League. It's going to be Heaton with the ball forward. A big ball forward here from Burnley. Dendoncker can bring it down. Option left and right, but he plays it all the way back to Patricio, who plays it into Willy Bolly. Into Moutinho, who's on a booking. Back to Willy Bolly again. And Jean Moutinho now into Adama. Adama now can use his pace to run forward. Adama Traore, good ball into the box, and Jota was there and should have scored. Diogo Jota. Beautiful run and good cross there from Adama Traore, but Jota probably should have done a little bit better there and put that one into the back of the net. Currently got a couple of bookings. 3 now, actually. I think Origi's just got booked as well. So both our forwards are booked and Jean Moutinho, but here's Ben Woodburn also on a booking for Burnley. Lays it off to Goodmanson also on a booking. Plays that across and Ben Woodburn goes and scores. And Burnley lead here. 1-0. Not quite what we had planned. And it was a good assist from Johan Berg Goodmanson. Ben Woodburn there gets it out wide. I thought he was going to have a pop there. And Goodmanson drags it across. Ben Woodburn beats his man low and hard. And he finds the back of the net. So there we go. A 1-0 down currently at half-time. Been a quiet half, but we've had plenty of opportunities. So assertively, we're going to say, come on, lads, show us a bit of desire. I'm actually going to sub... Actually, no, I'm going to sub Jota off for Jimenez. Bring him on. He's on a booking. I mean, I'm not sure if the suspensions carry over to next season, but we're going to give Jimenez a run out. Give him another 45 minutes. Here's Moutinho. Ball in. Cork heads away, only as far as Origi. He'll play it back out to Moutinho. Seems like everyone's got a booking. He plays it in here to Adama, though. Great first touch. Strike on goal. Andre Gomez hits it across goal as well. And he doesn't hit the target. Free kick from deep for Burnley. It's a good ball into Dummett, who looked well offside, to be honest. They're going to go to VAR, but normally these get ruled out. He's given it to offside, yeah. I thought that. He sort of, only just so. Not too bad, but timed his run very well there, Paul Dummett. Well, I'll say that. He was offside, but not too far away. It's Tom Heaton here for the goal kick for Burnley. Got just over half an hour to go. Still 1-0 down, but we know what we've been capable of to come from behind and beat these teams. Here's Jimenez on the ball. Jimenez still going. Tries a strike. Falls to Gnabry, who will strike himself, and that one just goes over the bar. Right, we're going to bring off João Moutinho, bring on Ruben Neves now. I mean, João Moutinho, he's been a very, very good player for us this season. 33 years of age, still valued at almost £15 million. We're going to bring on Vinagre for Gnabry for the last half an hour or so. See if we can do anything in this game. Here's Jimenez back to Andre Gomez. Andre Gomez now with just over 20 minutes to go. Back across to Adama, who brings it down for himself. That's brilliant from Adama. Oh, what a goal that would have been. Origi hit the post. Adama Traore having a brilliant game. Created a couple of good opportunities for us so far, but yet to find the back of the net. And Adama Traore is now injured. So we're going to be playing 10 men for the last few minutes of the game. He's done his thigh. He's getting a little bit frustrated anyway for the body language. But it looks like we may actually fall to a defeat on the final game of the season. Doesn't look likely that we're going to create anything here unless Neves can conjure something up. The corner kick is cleared away. 10 seconds to go. Looks like Burnley, I think, beat us in the first game as well. So it looks like they might get the double over us. Unless Vinagre can create anything here. Back to Neves. Tackled by Woodburn. And there we go. So we end the season, unfortunately, on a defeat. But Burnley get the win. And I'm hoping that we still finish 7th place. We created a lot of opportunities in that game. Just didn't do enough. And yeah, we finished 7th place in the end. Liverpool win the title by 6 points altogether. Man City losing to Bournemouth on the final day. And there's the rest of the results. Yeah, Leicester dropping points to Southampton. So, this is how it's going to go then. Wolves unlucky in defeat. Yes, Liverpool win the Premier League. Mate, they beat Sheffield United 8-0 in one of their games. Can I just, not look at it? Okay, maybe not. Adama's out. Oh, wow. Adama torn his thigh. Out for 2 to 3 months. April, May, June, July. Mate, he might miss the start of the season. That's a bad injury. So, squad payout. We get 27 million from the Premier League. I'll do that press conference in a little bit. So, let's have a quick look at everything, really. So, player stats. I don't like that view. This is much better. Divock Origi finishing our top goal scorer. I think I said at the start of the season, I really want the strikers to score like 15, 20 goals each. And I think that's more or less happened. Divock's got 22 goals. Had a really good debut season for us. 15 goals in the league, which I think is a great return. 6 goals in Europe. A goal in the FA Cup. Didn't score in the League Cup for us on the way to the final, which is quite strange. But yeah, really good run for us. He played most of the games, didn't he? He's played 50 games overall. And, yeah, goal every 170 minutes in the league. That's a really decent return. I'm really, really happy with him signing on a free. Adama Traore getting the highest average rating. Really struggled to break into the team early doors, but played just 22 games in the league. But when we changed that formation, his return from the wing is actually very, very impressive. 8 goals from 22 games. I'm really hoping that, that injury doesn't scupper his sort of progression too much because he was great. Most assists, Adama and Ruben Vinagre. Vinagre's had a really good season. 21 years of age. I think he's going to just grow and grow, and he's going to become a real beast for us. He's going to be a great player. 27 games, 1 goal for us. Ruben Neves, best pass completion. Been a good season, in and out the team, but growing now into a really great player. And I think he's going to make that position his own next season, to be honest. He's going to be their consistent player there. Most man of the match awards was shared between Adama, Willy Bolly, Jimenez, Origi and Dahoud. It's going to be a shame to see him go. I'm probably not going to pursue a signing of him, to be honest, but he was a very, very good player for us. But in regards to the rest of the team, if we just go on, if I clear this lineup here quickly and go on to selection info. The most appearances, Willy Bolly played 58 games. Patricio played 57 games. It's quite strange the lack of goals that Willy Bolly scored. I thought from corners maybe he'd score a couple more. But those two playing the most amount of games by far, really. Most goals was Origi, 22. Jimenez got 20. Jota with 14. Adama with 11. Closest to that was Vinagre with 5. And then most assists was Adama with 8. Vinagre with 8. Jota with 7. Doc with 7. Reece James with 7. Moutinho with 7. Really, really decent. And the best average rating by was actually Rafa Mir. Rafa Mir had a really good return. You see that there? He scored 1 goal in his Premier League game. But look at that. 4 goals, and I think is that 9 appearances? starting appearances 4 coming up. That's not too bad. But Adama Traore, by far the best average rating for a consistent player with, quite a number of starts. But in regards to the plans for next season, a lot of the players that we brought this season were investments as well. So Dean Henderson and Sundray Rosbach, more than likely I'm going to try and actually sell one of these on. Rosbach we got on a free. He's valued at 6 million at the moment. Dean Henderson we got for about 1.2 million. We could make a little bit of money on him, but not enough. If I can't sell them, I'm probably going to loan them out, but Patricio is definitely going to be the number one. Been a great goalkeeper for us this season, valued at £33 million. Got a couple of years left on his contract. Might try and renew that if I can, just to add even more to his value. Ryan Bennett hasn't actually played too many games of football, but his value is pretty low. So is it worth me selling him on? He's a homegrown player, and he's not a bad option, to be honest. We'll have to see what happens with him. Willy Bolly, I'd assume I'm going to get some big deals for him. Again, big offers for him. We had a number of offers in January for him. He's 29 years of age though now, so we do have to keep that into consideration. £21.5 million. Reece James, unfortunately, I think he's going to go. Unless he comes on the transfer list for pretty cheap, I might bring him in. But obviously, we're signing Mbabu, who's coming in on a free. So he's going to be our right back, along with Matt Doherty, who's actually wanted by Southampton. Valued at £16.75 million. Again, he's a player that's not going to get much younger. But a good player and had a decent season for us, playing the majority of the games in the Premier League. Then Donker, he actually played a lot more in defence than I thought. I thought he'd be a solid central midfielder for us, but he played a lot of games in defence, playing almost, bang on 50 games for us overall. Decent average rating, not a bad player at all, still got some good value to him. Connor Cody's another player as well, not getting any younger. 50 grand a week is a lot of money as well for him. The thing is though, these guys are homegrown, so if I'm going to sell them, I've got to be bringing English players in replacement. I've got a couple in mind though. Romain Sey's really struggled, probably played the least amount of games, I'd assume, out of most players, to be honest, other than Rafa Mir and the sub-goalkeepers. Really struggled to break into the team, to be honest. He's a player that we're probably going to be looking to sell on. Ruben Vinagre, we've already gone through. John Kitolano came in, surprised me a lot, did really, really well. Going to be, at 20 years of age, already attributes looking like that. He's going to turn into a decent player. Been rotating, obviously, with Vinagre being a left midfielder. Kitolano's more or less been our backup left back. Johnny as well. Offers came in for him. 26 years of age, still got a lot of time, and did what he needed to do this season. I think good player. Andre Gomez. Now this is a weird one. He's been injured a couple of times. Fitness has been a bit of an issue, but he's done okay when playing. But his value is already double what I've paid for him. So I don't know whether I'd cash in on him. Especially if any bids actively come in for him, I think I might cash in. But I don't know yet. He's on a big wage. I'm going to double my money on him. I'm not overly convinced yet. Ruben Neves we've looked at, going to keep. Dahoud, I don't think we're going to keep unless something happens. Unless maybe he's transfer listed, but he was a good player. Jean Martino, 33 years of age now. Again, his value is top notch. Do I cash in on him? But he's been a great player. Average rating's actually been one of the lower ones out of the midfielders, but he's been a great player for us. Serge Gnabry, really happy with his acquisition. 11 million or £10.25 million, already valued at 30.5 million. And who knows where we would have been if he had joined us a little bit earlier. Really good player for us. Happy with his signing. Adama, we've gone through. Happy with that. Raldi Thomas didn't really, he was a backup at the end of the day. Got a couple of important goals, but I think he'll be going back to Real Madrid. Divock, we've gone through. Jota, again, game time was a little bit limited, but I think he did really well with how much he played. A goal every 192 minutes in the Premier League and scoring 10 goals in the league, 14 in all competitions. I think that's not a bad return at all. Rafa Mir, we might look to sell him. He's still young. He's still got a little bit about him, and we'll have to see who else we bring in. And Raul Jimenez, valued at £23 million, coming up to 30 years of age and still scoring 20 goals for us this season. 5 goals in 5 games in the Carabao Cup. Very happy with him in the end. My plans for the next season, though, obviously I've not been given my budget yet. The balance of the club isn't great. I really need to try and increase that where possible. I've got a few players in mind that I want to bring in. Quickly going to show you this, a few spoilers. I really want to bulk out the under-23 side. Because the under-23s did very, very badly this season, and I want to bulk it out with players from outside of the club just to give them a bit of a boost, and these will all offer resale value as well. So the first one, Vaclav Cherny, used to be a god on FM, to be honest. He used to be a really good player, and he's coming in, 22 years of age. I'm actually going to stick him in the academy, and maybe, if we can, we'll bring him into the first team. He's played a number of first team games for Ajax, actually played 17 games in the league for him this season, 17 dribbling, he's a good player. Luis Fiorini from Man City, he's not overly fantastic, but the scouts think he might have something a little bit about him, so we'll bring him in just to bulk that out as well. Kevin and Babu, already I've shown you guys. Che Nunnally coming in from Ajax, again another guy who used to be unreal on FM. 18 acceleration, 15 pace. He doesn't look too dissimilar to Adama Traore in attributes. And he plays similar positions. So a couple of a year or so in the under-23s, and we'll see how he progresses. And Matteo Rotaccio, who's an American coming in from Liverpool. There's going to be more of those type of signings. There's going to be more players that I'm looking at frees. West Ham went down in the end, so they've got some great players. The likes of Declan Rice, maybe even Felipe Anderson. We'll wait and see what happens there. And Crystal Palace going down as well, but I don't really think they had anyone too good. Goals scored, we had the 6th most goals scored, 9th best for goals conceded. So I think a lot of that came sort of early part of the season. So very, very happy with this season overall, guys. Hopefully we can build on it next season. As I said, thank you for the support. Smash the like button down below. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. And I'll see you all for Season 2 starting very soon. Thank you.